Hello and welcome back on another adventure. If you're new around here, we are David
and Claire,
and along with our two dogs, Tessie and Lily, we are the Doolittle Campers. Named that because of Claire's love of animals and because we've got a camper van which is called Varney. Join us in this episode where we explore Snowdon and the gorgeous area of North Wales. Hello and welcome back to the channel.
We are currently in North Wales at the bottom of Snowdon, at the beginning of Watkin Pass. We're going to have breakfast and then we're going to explore. Don't be expecting us to climb Snowdon today.
No, that's right. We're literally just in search of waterfalls and fairy pools. But what we thought we'd do is we thought we'd take you with us and show you what North Wales is like. Come with us after we've had breakfast. You may see that we've changed roles. That's because it's quite smoky in here. I've smoked out the kitchen, so I'm letting Claire take over.
I'm toasting the bagels.
She's
David did the
toasting the
bacon.
bagels.
What a team.
We're also keeping an eye out for that parking machine because the person that was queuing in front of us, we think, got a ticket. And then we got there and it started saying that it's not working. A couple of other people have visited and he's saying it's not working. I'm going to put a sign in the windscreen, but I just get antsy about these things because I worry that parking wardens go come along, they don't believe your story and the machine's back working while you're halfway up a mountain. So I'm just keeping an eye to see if anyone else manages to get a ticket. So seen everyone else getting ready to climb the mountain and they've all got their rock climbing gear, they've got like regatta jackets, waterproof jackets. Now what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd go up in my tie-dye ghetto, and that is so that Mountain Rescue can find me. So Claire's got a nice waterproof jacket. I do have my stick though. I've got my trekking pole. Oh yeah, and I've got Claire's danger food in the rucksack. So just to update, the high-vis jumper has come off. So I need to be very, very careful because now that I'm not covered in high visibility, I'm not exempt from an accident. So I could have an accident now I'm not wearing high vis. As we all know, high vis keeps you 100% safe. You can't possibly have an accident when you're wearing high vis. Wish me luck, now I'm not wearing it. You know, back in the day they used to say about don't wrap your kids up in cotton wool or don't wrap them up in bubble wrap. Well, I think high vis is like the adult version of wrapping your kids in bubble wrap. Just put a high vis jacket on an adult, you're wrapping them up in high visibility. And there we go, folks. As we come round this bend, we've just got our first shot of Snowdon because the clouds have now cleared. So we thought the big hill next to it was Snowdon. And then the guy pointed out there's actually a mountain in the clouds. That is Snowdon. Got a little way to go yet if we were to go to the top.
Hopefully not.
Going to be the coldest water I've ever experienced. Okay, so that was refreshing. It was lovely. I don't have a towel, so I don't know what I'm going to do now. Just dry in the wind, I guess. So, Watkins Path, completed it, mate.
It's a thumbs up from me.
It's a thumbs up from you. What did you think?
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so nice. So lovely.
It was really nice, and going in the fairy pools, that is going to go down on like one of my top experiences. It wasn't massively cold, it was nice, it was refreshing. Yeah, just an
so clear,
unexpected
wasn't it? The
surprise.
water was just crystal clear. It's beautiful. Yeah. I didn't go in. I just watched him.
So if you don't want to walk up Snowdon, can thoroughly recommend, or all the way up Snowdon should I say, can thoroughly recommend going up to Watkins Path. If you park in the car park at the bottom, I will say the toilets were spectacular. They had like proper slate tiles on the wall. I've never seen a nice toilet like that in a car park before. I was actually happy to go there and use it. Yeah, maybe too much information. So yeah, we are now back at Llanberis. So we thought, whilst the sun's still shining, rather than go back to the campsite, we're staying at Morris Leisure, by the way, rather than go back to the campsite, we thought we'd take you around Llanberis. So on one side of the road in Llanberis, you have the train station to go up the mountain railway. Unfortunately, we're not going on that because A, we couldn't get tickets for the next week, and B, dogs aren't allowed. However, there is a saviour, because the railway across the road that goes around the lake, which I think is just as picturesque from what I've seen online, they do allow dogs, and they've got tickets for the last train of the day. So we're going to head back over there and we're going to head on to that railway. So we've now moved on from Snowdon. We're no longer at Llanberis Touring Park. We're actually sitting outside the tramway at Llandudno. Now there's a reason for wanting to come to Llandudno, and that's because my grandma and granddad used to come on holiday here every year with the Salvation Army. So I wanted to see what it's all about, wanted to see what all the fuss was. And we have seen online that the tramway looks very nice. It's currently raining on and off. So what we'll probably do is there's a chip shop next to the tramway. So we'll probably pick up lunch from the chip shop, have a nice lunch, then we'll go on the tram. You can't go on yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go on, far corner. Keep going. The reason we're going to the far corner is that the guards quite helpfully told us that the far left looking downhill provides the best view. So lunch ate, and we are now on the tram. I'm ready. Tess is ready. Lily's ready.
I'm ready.
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
contribute the success of mankind.
I'm David.
And I'm Claire.
We've spent the last 4 years travelling the UK in our camper van.
But only at the weekends.
Yeah, we're weekend warriors, of course.
We've got lots of experiences
And intriguing dilemmas.
to share with you.
You'll catch us on Sundays.
At 7 p.m. for Doolittle's Discuss.
Caravan
Doolittle's done.
Radio. Caravan Radio.
So, we're pitched up for the night. I've got to say, Claire, did you have a good day?
I had a really good day.
You had a really good day? What, because
Yeah.
of the trams?
Yeah. And, well, we left the campsite at 12 and it was raining and horrible, so we didn't have much hope for the day.
No.
But once we had our chippy tea, our chippy lunch, the sun came out and we went up the tram and it was lovely. It's been a bit blustery, but apart from that, it's been good.
And we're parked up for the night now, and it's windy as anything up here, but the sun's out. Going to go for a walk in a minute. Now, we paid to park it. It's £10 overnight. Where are we staying?
Rest and Be Thankful Cafe.
Rest and Be Thankful Cafe.
We've got a sea view and everything.
We've got a sea view and everything. Tessie's trying to get on the camera, and look at that. But we'll show you what it's like outside the van. I think this is probably our most picturesque park up to date.
It's lovely.
Comment down below if you agree. Good morning. So, that's probably one of the most picturesque park ups we've ever had. Was it the most peaceful? Absolutely not. So, the gust of winds 25 to 30 miles an hour. We're on a cliff edge. I don't know if you can see the van rocking, but if I'm quiet, this camera picks up every piece of wind when we're outside, so you should be able to hear that wind.
Blowing a hoolie.
So we safely managed to get off of Windy Mountain this morning. I don't know if that's what it's called, but yeah. Where the cliff edge was. And we'd gone back into Llandudno, into the town centre. The reason I wanted to go into Llandudno to the town centre is because there was a museum that really took my interest. What was it called?
Sorry, I went in chocolate. The Homefront Museum.
The Homefront Museum. So yeah, we went to Homefront Museum. Really, reason why I found it really interesting is I always used to love like the Homefront in World War II when I was younger, and again it was something that my granddad got me into, and we always used to talk about it. So it's been a real nostalgic trip for me going to Llandudno. Anyway, we went round the museum because dogs are allowed, which was fantastic. The girls enjoyed walking around. Lily found a CAT that she was completely obsessed with. She wouldn't let us
She
walk
didn't bark
on.
at this one.
She didn't bark at
I
this
think
one.
she was enamoured by
I think
it.
she thought it was a dog toy, to be fair. Then what else? There was some good toys in the cabinet, like from wartime, which I really enjoy that
It
type
was
of thing.
jam-packed, actually,
Yeah.
with the mementos from the war, so...
We went inside an Anderson shelter, which I've never been in an Anderson shelter, so that's quite cool. Closest I've ever come to that is going in a garden shed down the bottom of a garden. And then Claire found out something interesting, didn't you? Normally Claire likes interactive museums, but this one had things on the wall that you could read.
Yeah, so
What
I did
you
read some of the things, and something was interesting. So at the time of the evacuees, obviously we all know they evacuated children, but there was also some adults evacuated to Llandudno, members of the Inland Revenue, what else? There was members of the BBC, all that, those sort of people, civil servants were actually evacuated to Llandudno and put up in some of the hotels. So it was quite interesting to read that. I didn't realise adults were evacuated as well.
No, so to my understanding, Llandudno would have probably been a really safe place in the war, because I don't think the German bombers had enough fuel to get out this far and to bomb, or certainly they couldn't stick around for too long. So yeah, it would have been a safer place. Anyway, from the museum, we then went to the pier. What did you think to the pier?
It was alright, it wasn't very dog friendly.
No, it wasn't very dog friendly. So they're not allowed in the amusements. They weren't allowed in the cafe at the top of the pier.
No.
And also a lot of the shops along the pier were closed.
Yeah.
So I can imagine in the middle of August, Llandudno Pier is probably lovely.
Yeah.
When it's raining, everywhere's closed. You can't go
And there's
anywhere with
no
dogs.
shelters you can go with dogs. It's a bit dreary.
But coming back down the pier, we bumped into a bloke who'd been in the museum with us, and we told him about the fact we couldn't find anywhere dog friendly. He then went on to recommend somewhere that was fantastic, didn't he, Claire?
Dudley and George.
So Dudley and George. So Dudley,
Like a dog cafe. It's like
it's
real
not a dog friendly.
It's not just dog friendly. It's all about the dogs.
So we was talking to the owner, and he said there's a massive difference between dog friendly, i.e. your dogs can come in and have a biscuit, to an actual dog cafe. So they treat the dogs exactly the same as humans.
They've got their own menu, or all stuff dog food, not dog food, like food for dogs, like proper cooked for them. They had the pup cups and pumpkin lattes. Oh yeah, it's really nice.
So they also do like doggy goods, so you can buy treats, you can buy toys, you can buy anything you could think of for dogs, dog beds, and then downstairs they've got a dog grooming salon. And then in terms of what there was for us, the dogs had a puppuccino, but for us, I had a banana latte, because they had banana syrup for like the milkshakes and stuff. I said, can you make me a latte out of that? And the girl said, yeah, not a problem. She did look a bit weird, like that's a bit strange, but I've had banana lattes before. They're really nice.
Though, David.
Well, apparently so. So anyway, I had a banana latte. Claire had a sugar-free vanilla latte.
Very nice.
Now, in terms of the food, so we had, between us, we had sourdough with smashed avocado and feta with some little like pumpkin seeds on top, and we had a bacon bap. Now, you guys knowing this channel as well as you do, I bet you can guess which order or who ate what. I'm now going to tell you, your preconception is wrong. I had the sourdough toast with the smashed avocado and the feta on it.
I know, I had the bacon sarnie.
And I'll be honest with you, genuinely, that's the best breakfast I've had in a long time. I would have that again.
Bacon sarnie as well.
The avocado was immense. It was gorgeous. So yeah, if you've got dogs, if you ever find yourself in Llandudno, please do go and check out. Claire, what's the name of the place?
So I've got a dog tangled up on a harness.
She's got a dog tangled up on a harness.
It's called Dudley and George.
It's called the Dudley and the George.
Dudley and George.
So please do check out Dudley and George. Really good place. Right, anyway, we're now going to head off to our next campsite, which is another Morris Leisure. We are going to Betsy Queed. So we are now at Betsy Coed's site, and do you know what? My mum used to say I was a witch, because she said I could order things like the weather. Well, it was raining all the way over here. It's been raining for about 3/4 of an hour whilst we first got here, but now there's a little bit of a break and there's some blue sky. Anyway, we went past the train station on the way in, so I think we'll go out for a wander and see if we can find that. We're all together. Claire's got her princess umbrella just in case. Let's just show them. You've got the mouse, and it opens up and it says Cinderella on the actual umbrella.
Coach.
And it's got the coach and horses. And she's got Lily, and she's also got the Lily rucksack.
That's in case Lily decides to not walk.
So it turns out I need to go back to which school? We've got to the exit of the site, and even though there was blue sky, it's now raining. But I can show you what Claire's umbrella looks like. Look, Cinderella. And she's now putting Lily in the rucksack so she can stay on her back and she can be kept dry. You alright, Lily? Nice and dry, nice and warm. You alright, Claire?
Yep.
Nice and dry. Look, you can see it raining, but you can also see the bright sunshine. I don't understand it, but look at that station. Oh, and there's a train down there. Sassy, come this way. Daddy's got to film a little train. What a station. Hello. So we're finally allowed out the campsite. So it's been raining today, so Claire says, oh, we can't go in the rain, yada yada yada. So we've been sitting inside being lazy. I've done some editing for you guys.
It's been nice, relaxing actually.
It has, but I get confinement syndrome or whatever it is. I can't stand it. Or compartmentalisation. No, that's not right. I don't like it anyway. Anyway, so we are now off to Swallow Falls. Swallow Falls?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got Tessie down on the floor walking, and we've got Lily being a little madam in the rucksack. Now what we've discovered when she's in the rucksack, A, she doesn't get wet, and B, she doesn't bark at other dogs. So it's a bit of a win-win situation really. Right, let's go and find these waterfalls. After visiting the falls, we went and had a look round equally impressive Betsy Coed, which has also got some falls and some fast moving rapids. Let's see what the biggest threat to the environment is. I wonder. Ah! It's me! Just as we go back to the campsite, I just wanted to say this is my favourite train station in the whole world. Look at this, you go across a bridge, you go over 3 different gauges of track. It's just such a beautiful place. Okay, good morning. I am with the queen of the second breakfasts. And we just had the second breakfast, didn't we?
We did at the Alpine Coffee Shop.
The Alpine Coffee Shop.
Very nice.
So it was recommended third hand to us.
Yeah.
So we've got a subscriber called Kathleen.
Kathleen.
She comments on a lot of our stuff, and she saw we were in North Wales, and she said that she'd seen a vlog by another person. Nemo's Adventures,
I think, yeah.
And he'd done a vlog here where he said it was one of the best breakfasts he's ever had. So before we try it out, now my thoughts, the egg was definitely the best egg I've ever had.
Egg, yeah.
I don't like egg white, so I like to get the most out of the yolk, and the yolk just spilled out as soon as you put your bread in.
Really nice.
They were cackle bean eggs. I've never heard of cackle bean eggs, so we're going to Google that later. The sausage was the best breakfast sausage I've ever had. The potatoes were good, but we think we might prefer hash browns.
Yeah, can't be a hash brown for breakfast.
And the toast, you only got one slice cut in half, so but it was still very good.
It was nice. Good portion.
I think there's a lawnmower in the background, so hopefully you can hear us. But yeah, so it's on the platform, so they've got gorgeous views out over the station. Unfortunately, the trains only go about once every hour, so we didn't see any trains. But also, where it's built into the station and extended slightly beyond the original facade, we were sitting next to an exposed brickwork wall that's got the archway of the original station. So I love that type of thing, so that was really cool as well.
And you like that the ketchup came in the shape of a tomato?
Yeah, and the ketchup came in the tomato, so you know that they do a good breakfast. They always get a good breakfast when they do the ketchup in the tomato. Anyway, we're moving on now. We're probably moving on to Shrewsbury, so we'll pick you up when we get there. So that is pretty much the end of our week away. We are at our final destination, but first, before we close this vlog off, I'm going to ask Claire what her favourite part of the week was.
It was Watkin Path, the ferry pools at Watkin Path, absolutely stunning.
Watkin Path? Mm-hmm. We've been on trains, we've been on trams, we've done all sorts, and you're saying that?
It was walking at Watkin Path, because the whole thing was just lovely, and it just got better and better and better, and the weather was gorgeous, so couldn't beat it. It was lovely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What is yours?
Given that we actually went on trams and trains, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but mine was swimming in that fairy pool.
So yours was the fairy pools as well?
That was amazing. And the weird thing was, I knew I was going to do it. All the way up, I knew I was going to do it. But I didn't take a towel with me, didn't take any swimming shorts, nothing. I knew I was going to do it, but there was part of me that thought I was going to bottle it. So I thought, I'm not going to carry a heavy towel with me. So yeah, that was my favourite part.
Okay.
Anyway, this video is supposed to be about our trip around North Wales, and we are now in Shrewsbury, which is in England.
Back in England.
So I think that's a big enough bombshell to end this video
Yeah,
on
we're
now.
just going to chill here for the night before we head home tomorrow. So we're going to leave you there. Doolittle's done.